Hello, so I am recording this video to assist a butcher shop who is getting started in selecting the scale and also provide information on what we currently may or may not have. So scale for Clover will list all the scale, all the label printing scale and other scale that can be made to work with Clover one way or another. And we represent 5 different brands: CAS, Cardinal Detector, Sky Food, Toray, and USA Measurements. And let's just quickly talk about CAS because that's common, the most common brand, sold a lot. Currently, we are out of stock on this model, and we're out of stock on this model, the LP series. The LP series, we are out of stock until approximately January. We may have some limited supply on the CLs, specifically the bench models. And so, check with us on the quantities of what you need before placing an order. Now, what are the alternatives to CAS? So I'm going to go back to brands and let's take a look at Cardinal Detector. So the benefits and the pros and the cons, right? So the pros are these are very price effective scale. Check out the pricing on these things. $849, $900, and they go up to $1130, right? So $1130, you get 60-pound capacity. And you get the pole that's double-sided. They're all double-sided. That's the printers right here. I think the one major complaint that people have about these particular models is the measuring area, for your products right here. But you do notice that they use meat as an example, so you can kind of gauge the size of these things. But they are smaller. Then you can click on the manufacturer documents here, and let's take a look. That's a wrong scale. GL series, yeah, there it is. All right, let's see. So platform is 12 by 8 by 8.9, so smaller than say CAS, right? But this scale has more ways that it can connect. It has a way there where you can just avoid having to connect altogether, because you can do all of your item programming on a computer, and then with the use of a thumb drive, simply import see right here, import all of that information. So these are the connection types that you have. And I think this right here, I really do enjoy this feature. It helps not having to connect the scale to a computer and have to deal with drivers and such. Okay, but the con is that it's definitely size of the measuring area. Now, as far as programming is concerned, there's more items you can program with detector scale than with CAS. So in all other aspects, it actually outperforms CAS equipment. Only issue that people report is the size. Okay, and the way that you have to change labels is you take out, like you remove this top tray and open the lid on top, not on the side, on top, right? And you change the label. Okay, so that's Detector. And now let's take a look at Sky Food equipment. So Sky Food only really has like one scale, and it either has network capabilities or it doesn't. So a solid unit, right? So it is big, it is heavy, it is very common, but expensive. That's the price. And I do believe we have them in stock, but we would have to check. These ship out of Florida, actually, and the manufacturer is also here in Florida. Although the manufacturer company is here in Florida, I do believe these come from China. But solid, heavy, big, programmable, requires interfacing connections and everything else. Yeah. Let's see what else we got. Toray, we don't sell a lot of, and when we started, selling, Toray had more models, but they've slowly been discontinuing models. So we have this W label here that's available. It's in this price range. I do believe they have them in stock, and these things are, steel, so pretty good size. I think they're compatible size-wise to CAS. But in all other aspects, it's an inferior model. For example, their item programming is only 500 items. CAS does 4,000. Detector does almost 6,000. They say that they have Wi-Fi connection, but we have a unit like this in our office, and our technical experts were not able to have that unit connect with Wi-Fi. So, and Toray is much bigger in refrigeration, slicers, food, kitchen food equipment than they are in scale. So their story, but I do believe they have them in stock, and they're pretty solid and big size, bigger than Detector. And then there's the USA Measurements. This is a brand new company that we just established a relationship with this year. Again, big scale, solid. Rep is out of Las Vegas. Seems like a good scale. Like I said, we just started working with them, but they're big, they're heavy, and kind of made out of metal. And connection wise, it also has this thumb drive option that Detector has. And there's 60-pound capacity, but those are the only configurations that they have. Basically a scale with pole, and that's it. Okay, and so again, to reiterate, these are the brands that we sell, and what makes it common and possible to work with Clover is the fact that they print labels. You can buy it from us because we provide technical support and training. Once you buy this scale, that training will be provided remotely, either with Zoom or phone call, whatever is needed to get you trained. And that's one of the benefits, and it's reflected in our pricing. Thank you.